Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, 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 no. Yeah. Oh. Hey, my baby, why you looking so down? Seems like you need loving. Baby, you need a girl like me around. Hey, my baby, tell me why you cry. Here, take my hand and wipe those tears from your eyes. Can I talk to you? Can I talk to you? Comfort you. Oh, you know, just wanna let you know I care for you. Can I talk to you? I wanna talk, comfort you. Got to let you know, baby. You know, I wanna let you know I care for you. Hey, sexy baby. Why'd your girl leave you in pain to let a fine man like you go? She must be insane. Hey, sexy baby, there's no need to worry. Oh, oh, boy, if you call on me, I'll come in a hurry. Can I talk to you? Come on, comfort you. I love you. You know, oh, baby, I care for you. I love you, yes I do. Talk to you. I wanna talk, comfort you. Give me a chance. You know, wanna let you know, gotta let you know that I love you. Yeah. Oh, stay strong, stay strong. Press on for me, baby. I care for you. Hold on. Stay strong. Stay strong. Press on. Press on. I need you, baby. I talk to you. I wanna talk. I wanna hold you tight, baby. You know, I wanna let you know that I care for you.
Poetry and Pulse, a new concept, a new series with you in mind, bringing the best of both worlds together on one platform, showcasing your talent, combined with the spiritual knowledge of the divine in the council. Something to just feed your soul. Take a listen. Let me introduce the ladies of Poetry and Pulse. Goddess Dee of Love, Poetess, Empath. Empress I Rose, Sharon, Poetess, Empath, Divinator. Queen Cass, Holistic Healer. C-Val, Madam O, Empath, Intuitive. Princess Peach, Alicia Dion, Empath, Divinator, Intuitive. Blended Healing, Intuitive, and Divinator. Blues, Boom Boom Boom, Sad and Blue, Special Moderator. Always that girl, number one, Special Moderator.
From the crown of my head made me see that I could use my voice, so I should have love taken care of.
A collaboration of love, poetry, and pose. Please come and be our guest and participate. Every Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
I want to start something a little bit new. I want to do a series on definitions, and we're going to start with the word care today. So the word care is defined as to feel concern or interest, attach importance to something. Now you can feel a lot of concern or interest in a lot of different things as a human being. You can care about your friends, you can care about your family, you can show interest in how other people's days are or what they're going through, what they're struggling with. You can also add empathy to that idea of care. But I like to add a prefix, one that's quite common and quite popular. It's called self-care. So self-care would be feeling concern or interest in self and attaching importance to self. Because I think something's important here. Your relationship with yourself will outlast all of your relationships with other people. I feel like that's a rule. If someone could prove me wrong, go for it, but I think that maybe that's an exception. So if you know that, trust that your relationship with yourself should always be the first care that you provide, or you will struggle for the rest of your life. If you like this, tell me what word that you want to see defined and discussed more in depth, because I want to do more of these. I want to start.
Grand rising, grand afternoon, or grand evening, depending on what time of day you are watching Daily Dose of Dee. I am your host, aka Goddess Dee of Love, How is everyone doing on this fine Wednesday? We have made it to the middle of the week. Some people call it Hump Day. Some people call it Wellness Wednesday. Some even people, including myself, even call it No Wine Wednesday. But today here at Daily Dose of Dee, we are going to call it Happy Wealthy Wednesday. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the word of the day. And the word of the day here at Daily Dose of Dee on Happy Wealthy Wednesday, is care. Watchful or protective, attention, caution, concern, prudent, or regard, usually towards an action or situation. And here at Daily Dose of D, we have the quote of the day as well, which is one of the greatest forms of love is care. To have concern and actions for the best interest of the person. By the one and only Goddess Dear Love. So we're going to get right into the topic today. Our title is The Essence of Caring for Others, a Fundamental Human Value. So how this word of the day came to about was, because here at Daily Dose of D and at the Love Palace, we always talk about self-care, right? We talk about taking care of ourselves mentally, physically, spiritually. But the care I want to talk about today is the care of others. If you love somebody, do you care for them? Someone told me that if you love somebody, you're going to care for them. And care is so important because you're making sure that whatever things whenever they need, your actions show it towards them. And you just overall have a caring attitude towards. So this is what brought on the word of today. Not self-care, but care for others is what we're going to talk about. All right. So caring for others is a fundamental aspect of human existence, shaping relationships, communities, and society. It is an impression of empathy, responsibility, and commitment, demonstrated through actions that support and nurture others. Care is not merely a passive sentiment, but an active engagement with the well being of others, encompassing emotional, physical, and psychological dimensions. So, the fundamental value of caring for others is the aspect of human existence. When you care for others, this is part of the human experience, everybody. It's going to help you shape relationships with the community and your culture. And it's also an expression of empathy, which is a form of love, right? Responsibility and commitment. So this also is shown by actions, by being a supportive person, by being a nurturer that's caring and taking care of others, right? That's what nurture is. So it's not something that's very passive, but it's an active engagement with the well-being of others. So this is going to mean emotionally, physically, and psychologically. Okay? So that is the essence of caring for others. So now let's talking about caring for others, the role in self-growth and well-being. Caring for others plays a crucial role in self-growth and well-being. Despite, excuse me, caring for others plays a crucial role in self-growth and well-being. While self-care is essential, Extending kindness and support to others brings a sense of fulfillment and purpose. Acts of generosity, listening to someone in distress and offering a helping hand not only improves the lives of others, but also enriches one's own sense of humanity. Just as one cannot pour from an empty cup, a lack of care for others can lead to disconnected to lead can lead to a disconnected and indifferent society. Despite the importance, caring for others is something undervalued in a fast-paced world. Their priorities, productivity, and success. Acts of care may be dismissed as secondary to professional and material achievement. However, true progress is measured not only by individual accomplishment, but by the well-being of a collective society. Recognizing the significance of care and integrating it into daily life enhances both personal fulfillment and harmony as a society. So caring for others' role in self-growth and well-being. So caring for others plays a significant part, even though we are about self-care, right? It plays a significant part in your self-growth. While self-care is important, right? It's important, y'all. Self-care is important. We want to extend the acts of kindness of how we treat ourselves and support others. So we're going to have acts of care by being generous, listening to someone in the time of their distress, and even offering a helping hand to help improve the lives of others. This is how you care for somebody. This is how, if you love somebody with the care, these are the things that you do. Acts of generosity, being generous, listening when there you need a listening ear, and offering a helping hand. This is going to help it be, I like this point. Just as one cannot pour from an empty cup, a lack of care for others can lead to disconnect and indifferent society. So, despite the importance, caring for others is sometimes very not looked at in the world today. A lot of people just don't care when it comes to others. And I'm guilty of really saying that. I don't care. When somebody used to make me upset, and I'd be like, I don't care, right? But I learned to adjust to care for those that I love. The love part is enhanced with the care. So acts of care may dismiss as a secondary or professional or material achievement. But true care is measured not by individual accomplishments, but the well-being of a collective society, right? So when we care as a whole, when you get a group of people that care as a whole, for example, when there's a natural disaster in one of our states, right? If we care or get a group of people that care as a whole, we provide food, shelter, clothing for those people because we are caring. We are doing acts of kindness and generosity to support and help those that have that tragedy, just for an example. Okay? So let's go into the fact of caring for others at its core. Caring for others at its core. At its core, caring for others fosters connections and understanding. It is evident in the nurturing of children by parents. Ain't that the truth? The support of friends in the times of need and dedication of health care professionals to their patients. Through these acts, Care builds trust and strengthens human bonds, creating a sense of belonging and security. Without care, relationships will lack depth and communities will struggle to function cohesively. So, caring for others at its core. This is going to foster connections and understanding with people. I love how I gave the example of the nurturing and care parents have for their children. We care for our children where we show them love, right? Love no matter what, even when it comes to disciplining them when they are doing things that are not correct. We care enough to discipline them, to show them the right direction, right? We care in a way that we provide for them physically, their their food, their clothes, shelter. We provide for them emotionally when they're happy, sad, going through anything. Like I said, even in the times when we may have to discipline our children, parents still have a caring attitude. So let me tell you something, children, if y'all are listening. If we did not care, we would not even discipline. We will let you go on and do and continue to make mistakes and not um, let you see the consequences of any of that. Because this world out here is rough. So when we care, we're going to show you, hey, this was not correct. These are the consequences of your action. When you care and support your friends in the time of need, you are there as a listening ear. You are there for them if they need a helping hand. I love the talk here about healthcare providers because though I give kudos to those healthcare providers because they show care and it takes a lot of patience. I can't even do some of the jobs they do. They make sure that they're taking care of you, bathing you, feeding you, even when people cannot do that themselves. These healthcare professionals, nurses, medical assistants, doctor's assistants are taking care of you, making sure that you're healing properly, right? And getting the things that you need to move on. It might be therapy, it might be taking your medication. Shout out to the healthcare professionals for showing care, and that's in your name, okay? So without care, responsibilities, excuse me, not responsibilities. I need to slow down. Without care, relationships are going to lack depth. And also, as a community or as a whole, you can see when people don't care, it also affects society. So let's go ahead and move on. I'm going to offer 10 steps to show care for others. So here now, like we always do at the Love Palace, is I offer these steps to you. And today it's going to be about how to care for others, right? So, number one, listen actively. I knew that was going to be, y'all should have known that was going to be number one when it came to care, right? Give full attention when someone speaks. Show empathy and understanding. Listen, part of care is listen actively, giving your full attention when someone's talking, having empathy, and then also having understanding of what the person is saying. This shows that you are actively listening. We have two ears and one mouth, so we need to listen more and talk with. You feel me? Let's go on to number two. Offer help. You're going to do this by assist with tasks, whether big or small, to ease someone's burden. When I care for someone, in any possible way that I can help with their burden to help ease it, big or small, I'm going to try to do that. I'm going to offer help where I can assist at, right? I'm not going to offer help where I can't do. It would be ridiculous for me right now to go and be like, "Let me help you build this house," because that's not in my capacity, right? But I'm going to offer help and assist with tasks, either if big or small. Now, I might not be physically be able to help you build that house, but I might help you find some contractors, right? So this is when you show you care, it can help ease the burden. So offer help. There's a way that you can always assist. Express appreciation is number 3. When you're showing care, you show gratitude through kind words, gestures, or small acts of kindness. So you're going to express appreciation through your words. Words are powerful. I don't know how many times I have to say that. The words that you say and utter out of your mouth are powerful. So you want to show appreciation. If you care for somebody, you're going to have kind words, or you're going to show appreciation by doing things for them with small acts of kindness. So express appreciation when you care for someone. Number 4, be present. Spend quality time with the loved ones, offering emotional support and companionship. I love spending quality time with the people that I love. You're going to be present there. When you care for somebody, you right there. You're present. Spending that good old quality time for them, offering the emotional support when it's needed, and you're a companion, right? You offer companionship when you care. And that is one of the ships, companionship. And that means spending quality time with that person. That's what a companion does. Number 5, encourage and motivate. So when you care, you inspire others to pursue their goals and provide positive reinforcement. You're going to encourage the person that if they have a goal, hey, you can do it. Here's some helpful ways of things that I've learned, right? Inspire them to pursue their goals and provide positive reinforcement, not negative, not speaking down on them, but you're going to have a positive attitude that motivates the person because what? You care. Number 6, practice kindness. You're going to do this by perform random acts of kindness, such as complimenting someone or even helping a stranger. Man, practice kindness. A small compliment of "you're so beautiful." I'm telling you, around this household, we call each other beautiful and handsome all the time. Or we say things to uplift, random acts of kindness. I mean, when I come, now let me tell you something, man. If you care about me, I like to have my door open for me. Car door, restaurant door, any door that if I'm with you, can you please open the door for me? That's a good act of kindness for women. Complimenting. Oh, you look so beautiful today. Oh, I like the way your hair looks. Oh, you smell good today. Oh, I like your dress. Oh, I like your outfit. Practice acts of kindness when you care for people. Let's move on to number 7. You're going to respect the person's boundary, acknowledge and honor personal space and individual needs. This is great. When you care for somebody, you got to respect when they need that time for themselves, right? And they need that space, you're going to honor it. You're not going to take it as acting shady or funny or something. You're not going to even think that. You're going to be like, you know what? I care that much about them that they might need space, right? You're going to honor that and not take it any type of way. Just respect the boundary, acknowledge and honor the personal space because we all need that at times. So when you're showing that you care, you're going to honor the person's personal space, allow them to have that time to have that space. You're not going to belittle them because they're taking time for themselves or you're acting funny or shady or I knew you didn't care about me because blah, blah, blah. No, allow the person to have space. Respect the boundary. Number 8, of course, support in difficult times. Offer comfort, reassurance, and assistance when someone is facing hardship. Support people in difficult times. You do not know how important it is to have somebody when you're going through difficult times, grieving, financial, emotional, and that person is there for you. And even in the difficult times, you can show that you care even if you don't know what to say, but just even saying, I don't know what to say, or I'm just here if you need me. I'm going to sit right here if you want to talk about it. You're going to offer comfort, not harsh words. When someone's going through difficult times, that's not a time to be joking and playing around. That's time to show comfort and reassurance and assist them when they're facing hard times. Whatever way that you can assist them persons to people that you love and care about, do that. Do that. Assist them when facing hardship. Let's go to number 9. Advocate for others. I don't know why I said for like that. Speak up for those who may not have a voice and support community initiatives. There's a lot of people that you care for. There might be some people that you care for that's not as vocal. Me, myself, I'm quite vocal. So if I have a family member or a friend that's not that vocal, I might speak up for them, right? I'm going to say, hey, I'm speaking on behalf of blah, blah, blah. And then I support their decision. When you advocate for others, you can speak up for them and you support their decision. That shows that you. And the last one, share your resources. Share resources. Offer knowledge, food, time, or other resources to those in need. Share your resources. You might not be able to offer food. You may not be able to offer money, but you know what you can offer? It's time. That conversation, that quick little conversation, that quick compliment, right? That quick, how is your mental health today? Conversation. So share your resource. If you have food and people are in need of that, hey, share your food. You feel me? You can give them, or you can even offer knowledge. You can offer knowledge to people that you care for by giving them knowledge of how to handle any difficult situation that you may have been through and you have experienced. Offer that knowledge. This shows that you care for others. So, before we end, I want to talk about caring for others, social responsibility. Beyond personal relationships, caring for others extends to social responsibility. It manifests in humanitarian efforts, volunteer work, and advocacy for marginalized groups. Societies that prioritize care cultivate environments where individuals feel valued and supported. Education, healthcare, and social services are all extensions of culture of care. enhancing it that no one is left behind. The presence of care in public policies and community initiates highlights its role in fostering equality and just caring for others on a social responsibility. This is very important because there's a lack of care on the social part, right? You don't see that many. There's people that do humanitarian efforts and volunteer, but it's not like how it used to be. You would see large groups really getting together to care for the needs of others. Now, like I said, don't get me wrong. I see groups of people when there's natural disasters where we have united to provide food, shelter, whatever they need. So let's just keep in mind that we want to care on a higher societal level, that we show care for people, even for strangers. And I'm not saying like a care like here, well, care how you want with strangers. But me personally, like if I see someone in need of water, food, clothes, I'll donate the clothes. Man, I care for people to the point where if one of my sisters or sister on the street come and says, "Hey, I like your earrings," I might either give you the pair I have on. I've done that, or get you a pair that's just like things like that. As being nice to a stranger, being polite, smiling, even giving them a compliment if they're at work. If they're at work working hard, just go ahead and smile today, okay? And I hope you have a good day at work. You can show care for others on a social responsibility level. So let's go ahead and wrap this up, okay? Not going to keep you too long today on this Wealthy Wednesday. So, caring for others is an essential component of human life, influencing relationships, societal structures, and personal well being. It is a force that binds people together, fosters compassion, and nurtures a more just and empathetic world. By embracing care in all its forms, individuals contribute to a more compassionate and substantial future. Yes. So, who do you love and care for? Do you show acts of care those steps that I mentioned to you? When you care for somebody, are you caring for them in the way that I mentioned? Listen actively, offering help, showing appreciation, being present. How do you care? Or do you even care for people? Let's even be honest when it comes to that. Me personally, those that I love, I'm going to care about, right? So here on this Wealthy Wednesday, we know the word of the day is care, watchful or protective attention, caution, concern, prudent, or regard, usually towards an action or situation. And the quote of the day here at Daily Dose of Dee on Wealthy Wednesday is, one of the greatest forms of love is care. So, to have concern and action for the best intellect of a person. Excuse me, that's a little distracted. That's distracted. That's by the one and only God is still love. Let's say that again. The quote of the day. One of the greatest forms of love is care, and that's to move, concern, and action for the best interest of the person. When you care for something, you're going to move in the best interest of that person, right? So keep those thoughts in mind today on Wealthy Wednesday. Let's get that wealth, y'all. And the wealth does not always mean financial. It can mean your mind too. Have a wealthy mind. Let's go. You feel me? All right. As always, My show is hosted and sponsored by the network Martha Media. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. We are working on some great things over there. I promise it's going to be worth the wait. Okay? So let me go ahead and send you out with this, and then I'll come back with some closing remarks. Then I'm going to let you go on this Wealthy Wednesday. Okay?
So the truth about me is, I never fake care for anyone. When I choose to care, it's real, it's genuine, and it's because I want to, not because I expect something in return. I don't need anything from you to validate my actions, or to make me feel like what I'm doing is worthwhile. What I give from my heart, without any hidden motives or strings attached. I believe in sincerity, in showing up for people because it's the right thing to do, not because I'm looking for something in exchange. That's just who I am. If I invest my time, my energy, or my love, it's because you matter to me, plain and simple. I don't play games or pretend to care just to get something back. My feelings are honest, and my actions come from a place of true intention. So when I show up for you, when I offer my support or my kindness, know that it's real. I don't need anything in return. I just want to be there because I care. That's the kind of person I am, and that's how I choose to live my life.
And that is how Goddess Dia Love feels. That wraps it up in a nutshell. When I care for somebody, I don't expect anything back, right? I do it out the kindness of my heart. I do it with it. Those words exactly how I feel. And that's why I shared that with you today at the close of Daily Dose of Dee Wealthy Wednesday. So with that being said, no, go tell somebody that you love them. Y'all ain't heard this one in a long time, right? And those that you might not care for too much, you go ahead and tell them that you love them anyway. And you know one way that you can show that you care is by getting some Shamaka Essentials. She got those lovely lotions and body sprays and jewelry and can give you a reading. Show that you care and support our sister, okay? My sister, I should say. Let's show that we care on a societal, on a bigger form, and help her out. So I'm going to go ahead and close out with her commercial. Everybody have a happy, wealthy Wednesday. Get that money, and get that wealthy mind. Okay, you feel me? Peace and love, and I will see you real soon.